Holy are you, holy are you. There is no God but you. There is no God but you.
Need to talk to y'all for a minute.
Praise be the Lord.
All right, let's get in. The pretentious game continue all day, every day. In addition to the noise shot into my head at night, the sound projected into or around my home, and there was passive violent behavior from the gang stalkers at work. They were pretending it was a game, and then they made sure I would not be able to participate except as a punching bag. Ha ha ha. Even if I had wanted to. They did this believing they could cause me to become so frustrated I would have a meltdown and either crumble to the floor crying or become angry, threatening, and violent. However, their intentions were obvious. I did not respond the way I was supposed to respond in order to gratify their twisted egos. I was by this time crippled with pain and sleep deprivation. I doubt I could have responded to anything, even if it had been something desirable. The most horrendous aspect of this new technology is the complete and total violation of an individual's right to privacy. The technology is like a public address system sharing your thoughts. Yes, the technology exposes your thoughts. I caused myself a great deal of suffering and expenses because I refused to believe such technology existed for years. I'm going to read that one more time. I caused myself a great deal of suffering and expenses because I refused to believe such technology existed for years. Even as I heard of other victims' experiences, saw diagrams, read patterns. If you do not want to acknowledge that this technology exists, go ahead and call me crazy, but keep this information in your head, because if you lose your privacy, you will not be able to find ways to protect yourself until you accept it. It may help you, help your daughter, sister, or mother someday. You may think that others knowing your thoughts will not be that big of a deal. Your thoughts will bore them to death. Invasion of mental privacy gives criminals an advantage over you. The truth is that without mental privacy, you are never safe, even in your own home. Your own thoughts are twisted into reasons to attack you. The gang stalkers will know when you are at the hospital, if you are unconscious under anesthesia, and use that knowledge as an opportunity to sexually assault you. They will know all of your PIN numbers and passwords. You cannot move or run to escape the situation. Your thoughts will reveal your desire to get away. Your thoughts. I'm just going to go back because I want you all to hear that again. It says the gang stalkers will know when you're at a hospital, if you are unconscious under anesthesia, and use the knowledge as an opportunity to sexually assault you. They will know all of your PIN numbers, passwords. You cannot move or run to escape the situation. Your thoughts will reveal your desire to get away. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn the page. Your desire to get away from the criminals and your attempts will be sabotaged. Without mental privacy, life is dead. Without mental privacy, there is no sex, no love, no travel, no classes, no close friends, no enjoyment. It turns out mental privacy is the most important thing in life. Living without mental privacy is like being held hostage, in prison, assaulted and tortured every second of every day. Life without privacy is hell. Now, y'all hear that, y'all? Life without privacy is hell. Now look, this is the new order, because don't feel bad, y'all, because we all in this boat together now. Even the gang stalkers. Nobody has privacy. So don't be mad. Don't be thinking UTI be thinking that this is just you now. Oh, why me? This is everybody, dog. Nobody has privacy in today's time. Let me continue to read. What is the point of using technology to invade the mind? Death. Hold on, they got a question mark. It says, what is the point of using technology to invade the mind? Question mark. Death. Remember, the point of gang stalking is to cause a death, murder, or suicide. It takes more strength and courage to survive one day without mental privacy than most people will ever need in a lifetime. Once you accept you have lost your mental privacy, you become desperate to get it back. You realize you can never be happy again without mental privacy. You will never think about sex again for the rest of your life. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? A woman wrote this book, as far as a woman wrote this book. You know what I'm saying? This is a book coming from a female T.I. It said you will never think about sex again for the rest of your life. Now that's bull. It's much less ever have sex again. Well, shoot, I haven't had sex in a while, but that's only because they done scared everybody away. It ain't like I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? It says all your dreams crumble around you. Now, that's true for the most part. Your life becomes a battle to protect yourself from sexual assault. All the work, all your toil, all your planning and investing is destroyed. You can no longer trust anyone because criminals have the advantage of knowing your thoughts. You cannot maintain relationships because without mental privacy, you are risking your friend's safety just by talking to them. Man, fuck them. They gang stalkers too. If anybody, talking to your friends on them, one's in on it. When gang stalkers steal your mental privacy, it is no different from drugging and raping you. It is like grabbing the little girl off the street, cutting her open, and stealing a kidney to sell for money. Wow. And people do this, y'all. Gang stalkers are perverse, arrogant, professional criminals. They are parasites that have the technology that can destroy our economy, government, and country. This technology could be used to influence politicians, decisions, military actions, medical decisions in a manner that is one-sided to favor gang stalkers, employers, and members. The technology forces a wrong choice to be made. If you could see the extent to which the once decent people of Gopher Valley became liars, perverts, and thieves, you will be able to recognize what a danger this technology is to society as a whole. This technology favors the criminals. Wow. And it's funny too, like I said, man, people that be saying, man, stop that gang stalking. Don't worry, dog. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're going to see. If you don't understand how serious this is, you're going to see sooner or later. The technology that allowed them to know my thoughts also allowed them to sexually exploit me. It was the fact they knew what I was doing, and if it was sexual, that forced me to acknowledge the technology. I'll read that one more time. It was the fact they knew what I was doing, and if it was sexual, that forced me to acknowledge the technology. They were getting off at my expenses. So I guess she's talking about maybe she was masturbating or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I guess they was, getting off, I told y'all that in another video. You know what I'm saying? I said, if y'all having sex or whatever, the gang stalkers are doing something too. You know, that they jacking off to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, whether you male or female, you know what I'm saying? They're freaks out here. Okay. Males is jacking off the males. You know, girls is jacking off the girls. There's a whole bunch of freak stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? They all, everybody got headsets on. Everybody in some type of virtual prison. You know, doing some dumb, I tell you, boy, some dumbass shit, boy. This is some crazy. Y'all done fucked the world all the way up, man. Let me keep going. They were getting off in my space. It says, since I am a nice person and not an exhibitionist, this really upset me. I have not thought about sex since then. And no, I will never have a sexual relationship ever again. This technology is a military type used to allow the controller to know the exact location, thoughts, and emotional state of soldiers on the field. My research suggests that it is attached to the optic nerve of the eye. I remember my family dentist once spent over an hour giving me shots to deaden the spot where I needed to have a cavity filled. I even told him that it felt like it hit my eye. I was supposed to be getting a filling in the tooth. If this were true, it would explain how the criminal cult could make fools out of my entire family. Why they believe in etheric, shadow-like clone beings. We all had the same dentist. We had no way of knowing what had been done to us without our consent or knowledge. It should be noted, recently, the exact same procedure to fill a cavity and my new dentist took only a few minutes and did not involve any shots. All right now. Many, you know what I'm saying? Mind reading technology does exist. The military has developed several technologies that reveal what is going on with a soldier and where he is at. A computer microchip in the brain can interact with brain waves. At Wright-Patterson Air Base, technology is being developed to allow pilots to control some plane functions with their minds alone. I ain't surprised. This book was written, I think this book came out in 2014. Video games exist that are played simply by placing a finger on a reader that records nerve impulses, the brain produces in response to the action on the screen. Cybermind. Military websites once covered this technology in the soldiers. Now, I mean, like I said, man, you know, if you just still being in denial about this technology, then you just a fool. You just gonna be a victim of it. In fact, you are a victim of it. You're already a victim of it. See, I like talking about this information because since I know my thoughts is already on broadcast and I know everybody listening, I just love to expose the shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why I'm called to do it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody listening, right? So I might as well say, you're going to learn today for all you dumbass gang stalkers. You're going to learn today, you know what I'm saying? Even you dumbass TIs going to learn today. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all TIs are just dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how you can be a TI and you ain't got not one gang stalking book. You know what I'm saying? But you got a Bible, though. Well, let me tell you something, bro. That Bible ain't gonna serve you nothing, player. It's cool to have, but it ain't gonna help you out with this gang stalking. You might think it is, but you got to get down with the dirty. You know what I'm saying? Go on, stop being stupid, stop being cheap, and go and invest in the damn book. I don't give a damn. You ain't got to get a whole gang of them. At least you should have one in your arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Then the Bible says study to show thyself approved. And he said just study the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Study. But y'all scared. But let me keep going. Let me see. All right. It says once covered this technology in the soldiers who had experienced loss of mental privacy did not like it. That information was removed from the website. Some of the technology developed to help people suffering from Lock-in syndrome communicate is mind reading technology. It says some of the technology developed to help people suffering from lock-in syndrome communicate is mind reading technology. The technology is far more advanced than the voice synthesizer Stephen Hawking uses, which was developed in the 80s. It is said that Stephen Hawking is using a newer speech synthesizer as of 2009. That's in Wikipedia. It says the technology allows him to communicate what he desires to share. Not every thought he has, not every feeling he has, it operates from cheek movement. All right. So I'm going to stop right there. Because I don't want it to get too long. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Man, I'm going to read more from this book. You know what I mean? That's just a little taste of your privacy gone, player. That's right. You ain't got no privacy. You ain't got shit. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no privacy. You ain't got no friends. You ain't got no family. All you got is you. And this is what you must do. You must go within inside. The kingdom of God is within. This is your time now, player. You ain't got nothing else to do but look in the mirror at yourself and say, let me go within. Because you look to your right, there's a gang stalker over there. You look to your left, there's more gang stalkers. So you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You can't go to law enforcement because they gang stalkers. Everybody's gang stalkers. So you better look in the mirror. You better tune in to Gang Stalker Simulation. You better get some knowledge. You better go ahead and buy a book. You better hit DB's Cash App up. Do something, damn it. Stop playing around, man. You're wasting too much time. Get this goddamn camera on my face. Holla back, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We out this joint.
Everything we've been led to believe is a lie. When we get chosen by the gods, they're choosing us for death, murder, automatic expiration. The great beyond is bullshit. What? That's crazy talk. You liar! I know you don't want to believe it, but I have proof.
You're not thinking of going back to your old ways, are you? Is that such a bad idea? Let the cops take these guys down. You know, sometimes the law works. And sometimes it doesn't. You know, these people, they steal, they murder, destroy people's lives, and get away with it. They have alibis, money, lawyers, power. They have everything.
You don't understand. Your world's gonna end.
What the hell are you?